the Minister of Education under the Jerry Rawlings administration, and I recently came across her videos and I was like inspired. I thought I would share with you guys.
Since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. Where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, everything you are is us.
Wow, this is good. This is good. I need popcorn.
Fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys.
Oh, wow.
What have we got? Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us.
Oh my God. Can you give me some peanuts? You know the best part? She didn't just blame colonization or colonizers. She talked about Africans taking responsibility for our own destiny.
We are in danger of making foreign aid a kind of policy. That is wrong. A whole nation, a whole continent cannot live forever on aid. It humiliates our people.
Sorry, my people. I will share with you, but I cannot.
It's never enough to salt anybody's food forever. You cannot build your life on thank you, which is what aid makes, we are always receiving. Nobody anywhere in this world is going to send you their best of anything. Aid is the leftover.
My mother, you see, where have you been all my life? That video was from 1987, by the way. Now she's 78 years old and she's still fighting, especially for women's rights, among other things.
You're also seen as the perhaps paramount African feminist. Do you describe yourself as a feminist?
I am a feminist. A feminist is just somebody, not necessarily a woman, who believes in the potential of women to get to the highest possible level of development, just as any man.
Ooh, that's it. Thank you so much, my mother. Yeah, so we have me on that for you too. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. There's nobody that fights for human rights that doesn't stand for women. Thank you so much. I love everything that she said. We need to stop depending on aid. I must meet this woman. My Ghanaian people, my Charlie brothers and sisters. Hook me up now with Smarta. You can find more of her videos on YouTube. Just type in Ama Ata Aido or check out my Instagram and Facebook pages. Honestly, she inspired me. We need more people like that. And speaking of aid and borrowing money, Africans continue to experience racism in China. I'm grateful to all the African leaders who have condemned this.
We will not tolerate this. It is improper. How do you knock somebody out from a building, alale kwa barabara, and in winter? They are just looking for an excuse to express their racism.
Thank you, my father.
What is being done to Africans in China is deplorable, and the world cannot stand by and allow it to continue.
Thank you, my mother. In case you're watching, you're that free, Thank you to everybody that I've spoken. But I was really surprised by what some people are saying.
There's been nothing at all to indicate any kind of threat to to the lives and well-being, physically or the material well-being properties of Nigerians in Guangzhou.
Daddy, come again, sir.
There's been nothing at all to indicate any kind of threat to the lives and well-being, physically or the material well-being properties of Nigerians in Guangzhou.
Daddy, you have children. These Africans forced to sleep on the streets, on bare ground, they are also somebody's children. Do you even think about that, sir? Because how do you think that their parents will feel listening to what you are saying?
Some of them did venture out. They were not allowed back in.
They were going inside people's apartments and forcing them out, sir. It wasn't as if these people went out and they didn't let them back in. Which video did he watch?
Yeah, we're not aware. Definitely, if they have been seized, but our understanding is that they had asked to look at those passports and then were returning them. I think your video showed that.
They were not giving it back, sir. Mr. Razak snatched those passports from them.
At the end of the day, we feel that it was really just poor communication.
You feel poor communication. It's okay.
We are determined that they should be treated well, that their dignity should be respected. Under no circumstances should we see images of Nigerians out in the streets with their possessions, with nowhere to go, apparently.
See, you're even contradicting yourself, sir, because you said it was just those who went out. Now you're acknowledging that you saw images of people with their belongings with nowhere to go on the streets of China. Honestly, my conclusive observation into the sophistication of the photosynthesis of this equation is that if just one of your children was affected, sir, your tone will be different. Everything you will say will be different. What I'm trying to understand is what did China give to these people that they can no longer talk? I thought it was only Nigerian officials that have sold out when it comes to China, until I heard what one Kenyan official said. That is the principal secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
They were put in a situation where their instructions which were interpreted as eviction.
Did he just say instructions were interpreted as eviction? What kind of instructions could be interpreted as eviction? I cannot think of any other instruction that could be interpreted as eviction except eviction. Were the Africans evicted or not?
Their instructions which were interpreted as eviction, which were really about social distancing.
How do you interpret social distancing as eviction?
They wanted people to live individually and or the right number of people in each flat.
Wow. Okay, I see. Oh, wow. We have suffered. How do you explain them banning Africans from McDonald's? McDonald's apologized for that. Unbelievable. And this racism is still going on. How do you explain banning Africans from shopping centers?
Only us? Only us? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, and how do you explain a police officer beating an African man on the street?
You can see they called the police for us. You can see I've showed them all my documents. Sit down! Sit down! Sit down! You can see now. You can see now. Sit down! You can see now.
Did I mention that we need to stop borrowing money from China? Like seriously, we need to stop borrowing from China. Africans, look at your leaders. They can no longer call a spade, honestly.
We are going to sell our national treasure to these people. 66% of our debt, and is growing, is to the Chinese. If you don't wake up and smell coffee, they split a school into two. The railway line is in the middle. The school is destroyed. They've refused to repair it. When we complain, they go and bribe the teachers, give them 200,000, 300,000.
For real, we have to do something on time, because if we don't, we may regret it. By the way, when the story went viral, the Chinese government started sending gifts to Africans in their hotels. And you know, I'm so glad that they did not take their gifts.
Yes. We don't need it. We don't need this one. We take it. You carry it.
Father, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, everybody that rejected those gifts. Meanwhile, some Americans living in China, when they saw what was happening, they bought basic essentials and they were giving them to some of these Africans.
The Americans, they are blessing us here. They are blessing us. Not useless Chinese. Americans, they are blessing us.
Wow. Okay, God bless America. Meanwhile, all hell broke loose at a Chinese company in Nigeria, that is in Ogun State of Nigeria. It's called Goodwill Ceramics, because they locked Nigerian workers inside the company for 14 days of the lockdown. They were forced to work under deplorable conditions and without proper feeding. When they finally released these workers, they did not pay them.
Even the Chinese, all of them have run inside.
I'm tired. Like seriously, I'm tired. I can't even believe that this is still happening to Nigerians in their own country. Actually, that's a lie. I believe it, because such happens to Nigerians a lot. Even our politicians, they treat us like crap. And the whole of that day, I did not hear any government official condemn how these people were treated in their own country. Let me hear from you guys what you think about this, because honestly, I'm just, and I'm not preaching hate or racism towards Chinese people. No, there are so many amazing Chinese people. All I'm saying is Africans need to wake up and stop taking crap. Like, there are some nice Chinese people, but they will not take this crap from anybody. In any case, let me know what you guys think about what's still going on in China and how this Chinese company in Ogun State treated Nigerian workers. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.